Hey basketball coaches and basketball players, today I'm going to be talking to you about two of the most underutilized basketball moves in the low post. These are moves that if you're a guard, you need to learn. If you're a forward, you need to learn. And especially if you're a center, you need to learn these moves. They are extremely useful in the low post, especially if you're going up against a stronger, more powerful, and taller basketball player. Let's get down to the low post. Let's check these two moves out. So as you know by the title, the two moves I'm talking about today is the baby hook and the hook shot. Now there are some players who cannot differentiate between the two, and I'm going to get to that as well. And the hook shot is a move that kind of has gone to the wayside. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was really good with the hook shot. But I remember when I was in grade school, when I was in high school, a lot of the coaches said the hook shot was an out of control basketball move and not to do it. I disagree, and I'm going to explain that today. So first off, the baby hook. What is the baby hook versus the hook shot? So the baby hook, really quickly, is when you go up with your hand like this, and you're basically bringing the ball and pushing the ball into the net by making this sort of a movement where you're just pushing the ball. Meanwhile, with a hook shot, if you can palm the ball, you can bring the ball all the way around. If you're like me and you can't palm the ball 100% of the time, only 50% of the time, then you can bring the ball out like this and around, still having that guard hand up. Now there's a reason why you want to have this guard hand in both moves. This is your defense against the defender who's trying to block your shot. In a lot of leagues, if he reaches past this arm, he could get the foul call. Doesn't always happen, but it's a possibility. However, when you're going up, baby hook, you're pushing. In the hook shot, you're going like almost like a regular shot where you want it to roll off your middle finger. However, you're making a bigger, wider range hook shot. Now the difference between it is this baby hook is a little bit easier to block, but it's more of a power move where you're trying to get into your defender. Meanwhile, the hook shot itself is to get away from taller defenders. I'm going to show you both right now. So I'm going to start with the baby hook, and I know I've showed this a few times on this channel, but I'm going to go over it one more time in this video. You're going to get that ball in the low post. You never want to be on the block. This really takes away a lot of your moves. You want to be at least 2 steps out from that low block. You want to get that ball, and this is a one dribble move. You don't want to go more than one dribble. The reason is, if you go more than one dribble, you're going to get help defenders from the perimeter coming down, and they're going to be trying to steal the ball or block your shot, and you don't really want that. So you're going to get that ball. You're going to go, at this point, you've got 2 feet as a pivot foot. You want to land on both feet. Now, from here, you're going to pivot into your defender's body. When you do that, you're going to not lower your shoulder. If you lower your shoulder, it's going to be a foul on you. So you're going to get that ball, you're going to go one dribble in, you've landed on both feet. Now, this will give you more power if you're going up into your baby hook shot. That will give you a lot more power and a lot more stabilization, so that if your defender does push you, you've got a lower center of mass by having 2 feet on the ground at the same time and pushing up instead of going up with just 1 foot. This is why this is a much more powerful move than the hook shot. This is a nice quick move as well. Many players like Shaq have used this move successfully. And all you need to do, get that ball, one dribble into your defender and up. Now, if you're a guard, you're probably saying, well, I don't ever get stuck in the low post. Why am I needing to learn this move? This is why. So as a guard, you may be driving down towards the middle of the key, and you've got a larger defender in front of you. What can you do? Well, I can tell you right now, if you're driving, trying to get around that defender, of course, you could easily do the spin move away from him, get an easy layup. But if you have a very lanky defender, what you want to do is this. You're driving, bang the body into him and up. Don't lower that shoulder. You will get called for the foul. If you keep it straight up, you're not going to get called for the foul. It's a nice hard move. Now the next move is the hook shot. This is generally a running move. This is not usually a move that you get to do in the low post. However, you still can. I'm going to show you both ways right now. So in the low post, you get that ball. All you need to do is one dribble. Try to aim for that hash mark of that half dotted circle. And what you're going to do is just one dribble, 1, 2, foot right on that line, and go up for that shot. In some cases, if you're moving really quick in that direction, you might want to take a foot before that dot and go up, so that when you release that ball, you're over top of that line and you should have an easy basket. Now this move is very similar to the one where you would be driving towards the basket when you're on the move. So when you're on the move, same idea. You might get it what I call the Russian spot, and what a lot of Canadian coaches call the Russian spot. There's a long story behind that. I might make a video on that someday. But if you're coming in from the wing, you're going to be dribbling in. Same idea, 1, 2, roughly in this square dotted hash mark line area, going up for your shot. Now, of course, with the hook shot, you don't necessarily have to do it from that area. You could do it anywhere on the court, but it's just easier to learn from there because it allows you to have a straight shot. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video about the baby hook and the hook shot. If you have, and you've learned how to do these two moves, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.